Today, I will introduce you to a remote controller. Its name is ALL5. First of all, let me introduce you. Let's give it to others first. One of our layout drawings. This is our functional area, setting area, display area, regional star, and our receiving and sending area. The battery used in our remote control is number 5 battery. Operation instructions of the second key. This is our setting area. The plus sign can adjust the parameters and the up and down adjustment of the page. Set the set parameters for confirmation. This is our keypad. Send parameters. After setting the parameters we set, press the send button. Status and parameters is a parameter of the receive controller. You can simply test the controller. On activates the controller. The third bin, start up and shut down of remote controller. Pressing any button will turn on the machine very well. Second shutdown. I didn't do anything for a minute. It shuts down automatically. Fourth, status and display of remote controller. There will be one in the upper right corner of us. Sending is a Wi-Fi icon. Guan Cheng. If the send is successful, this is a smiling face. Send failed. This is a crying face. The fifth is the remote control. Type to select. Press plus and, at the same time, enter the remote control setting interface. Fruit flower. Settable. Wireless or infrared small. Infrared is not adjusted distance. Wireless can adjust the distance. 5 or 6 or 10. Minimum is 0, so its minimum distance is 0.3 meters. The highest distance is about 30 meters. Sixth, number 7. Password setting of remote controller and control system. We can set the password to the controller. Prevent others from modifying parameters. But our default initial password, it's all 4 zeros. To modify the theft, if you want to change your password, set by pressing change password. Confirm our old password and new password to my price. After the setting is successful. After successful setting, press send directly to set the password for this controller. The next time you want to read the parameters of this controller, you must set the corresponding password before you can read it. Locking and unlocking of the 7th remote controller. Purchase lock, spoon lock, lock evenly, locking bird, purchase lock, dog lock. Now press plus and off at the same time. After 2 buzzers, look. There will be a lock button in the upper left corner of us. If you have, Ruoni. If the drawing is started. If you have, if 100, locked. So at this time, only parameters and Bishal. Send only parameters and, at this time only, receive the current running status. You can't modify any of his parameters. Any member of Cafe Steel. This work is self-energizing mouse. Compare and use in production line. Personnel make modifications when the user operates. Product operation time to prevent him from modifying the wrong parameters and sending them. To unlock, press plus and off at the same time. Then the lock in our upper left corner will open. First person. 8th. The first floor. Volt state reading. Spoon 1. Status button can read a current parameter of our controller. Order our door. System voltage, battery voltage and other parameters. Then we press the status button for a long time. We can get the running status and historical data. Voltage of a single cell. 9th. Reading and setting of parameters. Then press our parameters button. We can read our existing controller parameters. Readable door ships have. If this parameter is different from what we want to set, we can make modifications. Adjust the plus sign or set it to adjust. Press the send button after the adjustment is completed. For the 10th test mode, press the test key. Send a command to the controller. Then, the parameters of the controller are 100%, 70%, 50%, 30% or 0% power output. Then this state will only last for 1 minute. Then set a state poem. 10th. To sleep and wake up, press off to the controller. The controller goes to sleep state. Only the power consumption is very low. He can no longer work. Press the on key. Exit hibernation for this controller. The controller can operate normally. Of course, this activation function is only for infrared remote control products available for use. Then after the 2.4G wireless remote control controller goes to sleep, solar panels must be needed for charge activation. 12th precautions. This remote controller supports infrared and wireless 2.4G signal transmission mode. So we use when the remote control is used. Be sure to determine whether the controller is wireless or infrared. Make a choice of corresponding control by remote control. This concludes the introduction of the remote control. Thank you all.
谢谢大家。